Day 9 of the NBA playoffs just ended. Let's talk about it. A very good night in the playoffs. Two very intense matchups. A lot of fun, both of them. Excited to get into them. Let's get into our first one now. This Miami Heat Milwaukee Bucks game was legendary, man. And it's all because of one man. Timothy Jimmy Butler, Jimmy G Buckets, was firing on all cylinders today. So we'll start off with the Heat here. The Heat get the win behind um, Jimmy Butler's 56 points, 56 of those things, 9 boards, 2 assists on 68% shooting. Is this man real? I guess they do call him Jimmy G Buckets for a reason. This is why. Because that man can fill up the hole. Okay, pause. That sounded weird. Don't take that out of context. Um, but it's like he could get anything he wanted. He was really the only one for the Miami Heat that was doing anything. Kyle Lowry had a couple good defensive stops in the clutch. He had like a pick on Drew Holiday and another pick on someone else. I can't remember. But Jimmy, we'll get back to Jimmy real quick. He just had like some step back threes. He was doing anything he wanted. The first quarter he dunked on Giannis. He just woke up feeling dangerous today. Even though that's like a meme, it's like he really did wake up feeling dangerous. So also we're gonna give a shout out to Max Strus here, who in 15 minutes of play had 0 points, 0 assists, 0 rebounds, 0 blocks, and 0 steals. Shout out to Max Strus, carried by Jimmy G Buckets. So now that the Heat have won this game, it's we're really watching history. History is either the 8th seeded Miami Heat are gonna knock off the NBA champs, built for this moment, 1 seeded Milwaukee Bucks, who by the way I think are the oldest team in the NBA. So this could be one of their last like legendary chances, or like true playoff like push for the title chances. Or we're gonna see Giannis and crew take over, and they're gonna get 3 straight games. I think I'm leaning more towards I want to see the Heat come out of this, because just this game on top of the like Jimmy Butler's been on a tear, and I kind of want to see it in the second round. And I think if so in the second round, if he beats the the Bucks, they're either gonna have the Cleveland Cavaliers, who would be a challenge, but they could probably beat them, or the New York Knicks, who they could probably beat too. Which means they would be going to the conference final, and assuming Boston gets out of there, it's not going to be easy, but I think that the Heat could probably get back to the NBA Finals if Jimmy keeps playing this way and he's not hurt. Um, oh, I forgot about Tyler Hero's injury, man. Oh, well, they can at least probably get to the conference finals. I just want to see Jimmy Butler get a ring, man, to be honest. We'll talk about the Milwaukee Bucks now. No one really stepped up for the Bucks tonight. It was all kind of coast. The only one that did was Lopez, who had 36 points and 11 boards. Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday, they had alright games. They had like mid games, but they weren't great. It was on bad efficiency. And Giannis, who is still hurt, he came back for this game, and he took a couple of bad falls. So he'll probably be out there next game. He'll probably be out for the rest of the series. Not like out like with injury, but he'll be out on the floor for the rest of the series. But for a team hoping to make a deep playoff run, to have Giannis injured so early and not being able to not being able to like rest him and get him like the proper like rest and care he needs, is pretty detrimental for the Milwaukee Bucks. Remember, this was supposed to be an easy 1-8 matchup. Like the Sixers swept their matchup, their 3-6 matchup. It's just very unlucky that the Bucks got this Heat squad with Jimmy the Goat Butler on it. And if Milwaukee is going to win this series, it's going to 7 games, which is crazy. The 1-8 matchup is going to 7 games. And Giannis can't rest at all for any one of these games. He has to be out there, and everyone, they have to be playing like true like NBA champions, man. Or else they're going back home to Milwaukee, and they're gonna have to take that cool thing they have on their arena down, the Pfizer Forum. Yeah, that's really all I gotta say about this matchup. Shout out Jimmy Butler, man. That was one of the most incredible playoff games I've ever watched in my life. It was just beautiful. It was just like I was just a spectator sitting on the sidelines, and Jimmy Butler was like Da Vinci with the ball, and I was just watching the creation of the Mona Lisa. It was awesome. I was sitting here, jaw dropped on the floor. Like, whoa! So yeah, shout out Jimmy G Buckets, man, the goat. Yeah, man, he like it was like the first time in Miami Heat in Miami Heat history that they had like 40 points. I don't know. I don't remember. All I remember is that Jimmy Butler set a Miami Heat record with this playoff game, who's had Dwayne Wade and like LeBron and yeah, whatever, man. Jimmy Butler is the real GOAT. I've said it, man. LeBron who? LeBron who? Jimmy Butler. Alright, our second great game of tonight was Los Angeles Lakers versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Two back-to-back really good games. We'll start off with the Lakers here. Uh, I'm just gonna read off my notes here. LeBron James, in this first half was really active on the glass. He just like would spike some balls. I think he had a couple chase down blocks. So shout out to LeBron. Um, Anthony Davis, man, I'm honestly so sick of Anthony Davis. There's like two superstars I'm sick of in the league, and it's Kawhi Leonard being hurt, and it's Anthony Davis being hurt, man. Because every time he goes down, he looks like a fish out of water. He's rolling around on the ground. Oh my god. It's like happens 2 or 3 times every game. Just like I don't know, drink some milk, man. Get the bone calcium up or something. You gotta stop it. I'm tired of watching you roll around on the ground, AD. Especially for someone who didn't do anything this game, AD. Um, D'Lo. So the Grizzlies were leading this game until the fourth quarter. Had they were up like 10 or 9 with like 5 minutes left, and D'Angelo Russell has, I believe, three back-to-back-to-back threes that got the Lakers right back in this game. And then to send it to overtime, LeBron has this crazy like high off the glass layup thing. So it was really beautiful. It brought a tear to my eye. LeBron and AD had clutch shots in this, or not clutch shots, but clutch plays. That one I just talked about, LeBron with the layup off the glass. It was a good shot. He had to angle it up really high so Jaren Jackson Jr. couldn't touch it, who was good in this game too. On the other end, the Memphis tried to inbound to Ja Morant, and Ja Morant just he went in for like a mid-range pull-up, and Anthony Davis just like spiked the ball. So shout out Anthony Davis on that play and that play alone. We'll switch over to Memphis here. This loss is very deflating for Memphis because they led pretty much the whole time. It feels like they're missing something, like missing a piece or two of depth, which is to be expected with Brandon Clark and Steven Adams out. But if they were there, this would be like a whole different series. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Taylor Jenkins had this crazy stupid challenge in the second quarter. So one of the Grizzlies hit it out of bounds, and Taylor Jenkins was so upset with this in the second quarter, not even like the fourth quarter when it actually matters. In the second quarter, he challenges it, and he loses the challenge, and it's so stupid. Like, why did he do that? Why didn't he just save the challenge for maybe like fourth quarter? Because this game went down to the wire. Both coaches used their challenge. I forgot what Darvin. Oh yeah, Darvin Ham used his challenge on AD getting a third foul, but it didn't work. Oh no, it did work, and Anthony Davis only kept a second foul. but it doesn't really matter because Anthony Davis was buns this game. Um, Ja had a scary fall where it looked like he re-aggravated his wrist. He was getting downhill, and LeBron was set up for like a charge, and Ja was in the air, and they both fell, and Ja landed on his wrist that he hurt, and he had to get up and like shake it out. So uh, he's still injured, and it's like I assume he's gonna play on Wednesday, but that's not very a high turnaround time. Like it's a quick turnaround time, I should say, because that's in 2 days. So I hope Ja's good, man. Bane had a really good game. He had 36 points despite shooting like very bad from three. So shout out to the last surviving Tyrannosaurus, the T-Rex, on the Memphis Grizzlies team. Good game except in overtime when he couldn't buy a bucket. So it's very interesting because the Lakers were another play-in team just like the Heat, and the Lakers are now up 3-1 on their matchup too against the Grizzlies. And I don't see a world. I picked the Grizzlies to come out of this series in 7, but I don't see a world where the Grizzlies are winning 3 straight. Um, so the Lakers are going to come out, and De'Aaron Fox hurt his finger, so that might give an edge to the Warriors. So I'm just thinking about the second round here, this Lakers versus Warriors matchup potentially. LeBron versus Curry, interesting. Um, but it's I think that this is very good for the play-in tournament because both of these 7 seeds are up on their like top seeded matchup, and it's adding a lot of drama, man. I don't think the Grizzlies will be able to come from behind and get this one. They're just not there yet, but maybe the Milwaukee Bucks can. Alright, that's all I got to say. Leave a comment down below. Might be featured in a video. Am I stupid? Am I wrong? Am the Grizzlies gonna reverse sweep the Lakers? Uh, are I don't know. Are the Heat gonna smoke their lead? Let me down. Let me know. Until then, see you tomorrow.